Have you ever found yourself watching a TV program and saying, "This show stinks, I need to change the channel"? How great would it be if you found yourself in an emotional state and said to yourself, "This emotional state stinks, I need to change the channel"? Well, today we are going to play with our emotional TV and see what we can do with those dials. What we learned from our last practice is that we don't have to react to that stimulus of discomfort or distraction that comes into us. We can learn to breathe into it and see how that discomfort begins to change. And if we need to, we can react to it, but we don't have to jump right into that reaction. We can react on our own terms. And today we are going to play with a tool, a strategy that is going to allow us to do that with our emotions. One of the things I've found with myself and with my clients, when it comes to emotional feelings and energy, a lot of times we interpret that as a state of being. How are you today? I'm sad. I'm frustrated. I'm unhappy. I'm depressed. I am this state of being. I am this energy. I am this feeling. But are you really? Are you that emotional feeling any more than you are the TV program that you're watching, the sporting event that you're observing? Or are you experiencing sadness? Are you observing frustration? Now, I know some of you are looking at me like I've gone crazy. But let's try this little experiment, shall we? Okay, let's pick a posture, any posture. You can get on the ground, you can stay seated, kneeling. You can even, walking's gonna be a little tough for this one, all right? So let's pick a posture and let's get into our posture, shall we? And now, let's start with our breath. Let's take that nice deep breath in, exhale. And let's just begin to find our breath and get into that place. By now, with all the practices that you've already had, your mind and your body are going to begin to start dropping into a little more relaxed space than you normally would. So let's take that deep breath in, exhale, and let it out. Now, with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine a picture of a TV. I want you to see a television set. And on that television set, I want you to imagine the color that you're feeling right now. So I want you to feel where your breath is at and just observe the state you're in. If you're feeling a little unhappy and depressed, as you think about that unhappiness and that depression, or you feel that unhappiness and that depression, what color is it? And I want you to take that color and put it on the TV screen. If you're feeling energized and happy, I want you to feel that energy and see that color. And I want you to put that color onto the TV. Now, there is no right or wrong answer. I simply want you to observe that color. I want you to get a nice crystal clear picture of that color, of that TV. Take a deep breath in. And now what I want you to do is to see that there's a brightness dial on that television set of yours. And I want you to take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, I want you to imagine seeing that dial turning with your breath as you exhale, and it's bringing up the intensity and the brightness of that color on your television set. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and that color is getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Take a deep breath in, exhale. And what I want you to do right now is to check back into that energy you were feeling earlier, that emotion that you were feeling earlier. Has it changed at all? Now that you're seeing that emotion or that energy in a brighter color, does it feel any different? Take a deep breath in, exhale. And what we're going to do next is just the opposite. We're going to take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to see that dial going down, 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 and dimming, dimming, dimming. Okay, taking away the intensity that we just brought it up with the brightness. So we take a deep breath in, exhale, and watch that dial go down, 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 past where it originally was. We're not going to black, we're just dimming it, all right? We're just dimming it, but not to black. Take a deep breath in, get a good look. We exhale, that dial's down to about a number 3. Now once again, I want you to check in. As you take that deep breath in, exhale. That energy, that state of being that you originally came to this exercise with, how does it feel now as you look at that TV and see that color a little dimmer? Has it changed relative to when you first got into posture? How does it feel compared to when you brought that brightness dial up? Remember, we're not looking for a right or a wrong answer here. We're observing our energy. We're observing our emotional state. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let that dial go to wherever you want it to go right now. Wherever on that brightness dial you felt the most relaxed, the most engaged, what channel you wanted it on. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And relax. All right, so we're just going to take a deep breath in. We're going to click that TV off as we exhale and open our eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. TV clicks off. And we're back. So if we take that little experiment right there and that little tool of dialing in our emotion or our energy at that moment and manipulating it by putting it on a color and making it a little bit brighter and a little bit dimmer, we recognize that we can change it. Now, if we jump back a couple of lessons where we talk about the vastness of the mind and how we went through all of these different states very quickly, and we bring that together with this one where we're talking about a TV set and changing channels, what you're beginning to see and get a hold of is really the vastness of our mind, and all the different states that we can be in are all the different channels on your TV. The ability to manipulate or fine-tune each one of those channels and put it into the state that we need and want it to be is also within our control. So what I want you to do is begin to understand and play with this idea of, if I find myself in an emotional state, that's something I'm observing. It's not something I am. You are not depression. You are not sadness. You are not worry. Those are all states that you're observing. And you have the ability to, at the very least, change the intensity, the brightness of that experience as you begin to find out all of the other channels that are available to you and how to turn those channels on. So today's practice of the day is simply going back to actually lesson number 1. I just want you to put a track on, and I want you to breathe. But more importantly, what I want you to do over the next few days and over the next few weeks and over all your additional practices is, do you have default channels? And if you do, I want you to begin to go into those channels and see if you can, A, change those channels to a channel that you want to be on if they're not where you want to be, or can you fine-tune them so that you can get the most out of that channel that you're on. The big takeaway I want for today is, if you find yourself stuck on a channel and it's not the channel you want to be watching, experiencing, observing, 2 important things. Number 1, you are not that state. You are not that channel. Number 2, it's within your power to change the channel.